Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is the gun-toting pacifist coming to you from the basement. Today I wanted to accept a challenge thrown out there by Adam Jimenez, who is a regular on Never Enough Ammo's chats. He's a YouTube guy, he's a cool guy. He issued a challenge today on his first video, which he said is probably going to be his last video. I hope not, Adam, because I do value your opinion in Never Enough Ammo's chats, and I think you do have a perspective to offer this community in future videos if you choose to make them, which I hope you do. But he was talking about his Second Amendment rights and what they mean to him, and he issued a challenge for other people to do so as well. So my Second Amendment rights and what they mean to me. I never truly understood my Second Amendment rights until I got into my 20s and I joined a rod and gun club. Before then, I grew up shooting at a very early age. My father was a deer hunter. This is his first rifle right here. So even though he owned rifles and he would shoot with his buddies a lot and go hunting, he never was a true proponent for the Second Amendment. I can't even recall one discussion we ever had about our Second Amendment rights with my father. But since going back to my earliest memories, I was shooting guns. I was obsessed with guns. That's what I was into. Growing up in the late 70s and 80s and 90s, when my mother wanted to know what I wanted for my birthday, it was always a cap gun, a squirt gun, something like that. We would go to a toy store. I would immediately go to the aisle which had all that stuff. And so I was heavily into it from a very early age, obsessed with it, unlike any of my other siblings. And I do have a couple younger cousins that are into it. But the Second Amendment means to me that I can protect my family. I can live the lifestyle that I live. I try to get to the range at least once a week. It's in my blood. I think it's in my DNA. It's back to my earliest memories. And a lot of people forget that this country was founded upon the Second Amendment and don't realize how important it is, and it was. And you know, people have had it really good in this country for a while, and they don't see the need for it, and things have progressed where they think that we're past it. Well, no, we're not. I think this country is at the point it is now because we've had the Second Amendment. We've been able to stave off a tyrannical government, or from the government becoming tyrannical. And I think that's why it's such a big priority for some people in the government to take away our Second Amendment rights. And it's a scary thing, and it's even more scary that people don't realize that. That being said, you know, in the past, our Second Amendment has possibly staved off an attack from the Japanese. It's widely believed that that is the case. There's an actual Japanese quote from a Isoroku Yamamoto, who I think he was speaking to the Emperor of Japan at the time, that he said, to invade the United States would prove most difficult because behind every blade of grass is an American with a rifle. So this country it was founded upon our Second Amendment. It goes back to our roots. It's a very important right to have. And as an individual citizen, it means that I can protect my family. I can put food on the table if possible. I can live the lifestyle that I've chosen to live since a very, very early age. It's just extremely important, and it needs to be fought for. I live in a constitutional state, the state of New Hampshire, which constitutional carry is legal. You can buy anything that's legal on a federal level, but you need to put in a tax stamp for a short-barreled rifle or a suppressor, which I find to be a huge infringement on our Second Amendment rights, and there's a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of fighting left to do. That being said, thanks for the challenge, Adam, and I challenge anybody else who watches this video to make something similar and talk about the Second Amendment and what it means to them. And until next time, this is the gun-toting pacifist. Stay active, stay alert, and stay armed.